Hi, I'm Stacy Brown, Manager of Security Solutions here at CPPS. And I just wanted to take a moment and talk to you about some things your workplace violence prevention program might be missing. In fact, there's kind of 7 topics that I came up with. The first one is addressing non-physical violence within your program. The second is including all employees. The third is collaboration with local law enforcement. The fourth is confidentiality and privacy considerations. The fifth is non-retaliation. The sixth is employee support. And the seventh and final one is addressing domestic violence or intimate partner violence. So really, we want you to build your program in a way that ensures that your organization will be adequately prepared to recognize and effectively respond to behaviors as well as circumstances that might pose a threat to your organization. The first one, addressing non-physical violence. So workplace violence prevention programs typically focus on physical violence. Of course, that's because we think of active shooter and all those instances, but really, you want to also focus on that lower level component. So it's important to address other forms of violence, such as harassment, intimidation, verbal abuse, things of that sort. So make sure you're making it all inclusive. Also, equally as important is to avoid any type of zero tolerance wording. You wouldn't want to put anything in this program or in your policies that could discourage any employee from reporting a concern or an issue or anything they might be going through. The second thing is including all employees. Now, workplace violence prevention programs, they should be all-inclusive for all employees or anyone who frequents your organization. So make sure that you're including part-time employees, contracted personnel, even temporary employees if you have those, as well as employees who maybe work remotely or in the field. Make sure that it's including everyone within that policy and program. The third thing is collaboration with local law enforcement. So organizations should consider collaborating with local law enforcement to develop a comprehensive workplace violence prevention program. And this also includes any training that takes place and response procedures. They should be familiar with your organization and your strategies that you have in place. The fourth is confidentiality and privacy. So workplace violence prevention programs should ensure that employees feel comfortable reporting incidents or threats of violence and that their privacy and confidentiality are respected. So anonymous hotlines are great for this. Also, provide multiple avenues besides just the hotlines or anonymous reporting avenues. Think about including human resources or security personnel, even members of your threat management team, things of this sort. The fifth is non-retaliation. Include a commitment to non-retaliation towards any employee who makes any type of report in good faith. They need to know that it's a safe place. It creates that culture that encourages reporting. So you want to make sure that it includes something of that nature. The sixth is employee support. So provide support and resources to employees who may have been affected by workplace violence. Include things like counseling, time off, or other forms of support. This can really be an important part of your workplace violence prevention program. And the seventh and final one is addressing intimate partner violence. Oftentimes, this is forgotten about, but really it's incredibly important to your program. Workplace violence prevention programs should address the potential impact of intimate partner violence on the workplace and provide resources and support to employees who may be affected by this. Also, it's important to require any employee who obtains a protective order or restraining order that identifies your organization as a protected area to immediately provide a copy of that order. Now, these are just some of the considerations to think about when building a comprehensive workplace violence program. But really, you want to ensure your program is reviewed and updated regularly to make sure that it remains effective and relevant to the needs of your organization. So thank you for joining me.